Hi. Tonight's full moon is pretty special. It's July 23rd, 2021, and we have this incredible opportunity before us. I think this honestly might be my favorite full moon so far. And I think one of the reasons is that these moon cycles bring up the perfect energy of exactly what we're going through. And it's so exciting to me because all week I've been doing more past life regressions than normal. So when I start doing the full moon research and allow the downloads to come through and what the astrology is doing, guess what? It's all about our past lives coming forward. And for us to truly just face that self that we are today, that is formulated from all those past identities. And those past identities, whether you believe in, past life or not, it could just be the past parts of yourself that was formulated from your family environment or the past life circumstances of this life. It doesn't matter. But for me, I do believe in past lives, and I see a lot of interesting parallels that are coming up that are really exciting. So I want to go over all that. I want to teach you tonight about how to really accept what we've been through so that we can face what's happening right here and right now. If we can't face what's happened to us, it's really, really hard to become our future self. And when I'm working with you, one of my big things is pretty energy. So if you're new to me or new to my work, the theme that we're going to talk about is we have this energy that is our best self. And it really is our inner light that shines out when we're aligned in our best place. So imagine all that you've ever been and what that means and all the things that you've been through and how that has created some limitations in your life. And think about if you do believe in past lives. If you exit a lifetime in trauma and you can't fully pass over or can't make peace with what happened, you're going to bring that into the next life, right? Then repeat that a couple times. Then repeat that 100 times. And what starts to happen is the wound itself creates personality disorders and doubts and pain bodies and identities that keep us from, well, not just keep us from, but take us farther and farther away from our pretty energy or our best self. So here it is, the Cancer moon. And it's really incredible because Cancer is all about feeling. And think about what you've been through with COVID and all these things that, maybe you lost your job. I know I lost my business. So you might have lost loved ones. You might have suffered. Those are like present life fears and worries. Now imagine a greater, wider lens of all the losses that you've experienced. I'm talking about something huge tonight. You've really suffered. And those sufferings have added up into walls and barriers and pain body. And then it becomes your personality to feel that pain. Sometimes it's shock, and it just becomes shut downness or stuck in the mudness, right? I've got a topic on that, by the way, over in Stuck in the Mudness on Mystic and the Monk. Can you feel the levity of the hurts that have held you back from being your most beautiful self? Just take a moment. Be with that feeling. Maybe you don't even want to open that door, right? Because maybe you're really good at not letting anybody get in that close to that part of yourself that if you let it wide open, the doorway on that, maybe you start to really feel and not know how to manage what comes out of that. And what's so exciting to me is that our human existence is so connected to this cosmic energy, and the moon and the planets that surround our atmosphere invite us and have themes and have energies that influence our stratosphere. And there's just some really interesting ones coming up with this new moon, or this new full moon, sorry. That's confusing, but this full moon really invites us to make peace with our past. And to not only make peace with our past, but to bring it into our present in a way that it makes it usable energy for us. And I think most of us don't know how to do that. So I'm going to talk to you about that tonight. And then I'm going to also talk to you about how can we work with the 3 timelines and help them to help each other. So we sort of already talked about the past influence on this moon. And let's get present. Our present self can't fully recognize or integrate the magnitude of the influence that our past and our, even if it's our circumstantial past in this life. We're too wise and too savvy to be carrying around all those wounds on our sleeve, right? So what we do is we cope and we get as far as we can with it. What we're being invited to do is to embrace the parts of ourselves that we've rejected or haven't been able to look at or are uncomfortable with, and pull them forward because they're showing up and they're just flowing our way. They're coming from those identities that were harmed or in pain and fractured, and showing up in this present self to say, I want to give you yourself back. And I want to supply you with all that you are. And if it's all muddled up over here in our past, we can't use that energy. It's not usable energy. But if we can start to look at it different, we can do something with it. And what we do with it becomes our future self. And that future self is the pretty energy that I've been teaching about. And pretty energy is the lined up part of ourselves expressing the inward light outward. And that to me is so exciting. So I'm going to invite you to just start to pull yourself back together. Just be with me. And imagine that you're in a session with me. And it's just me and you. And I invite you just to bring your mind down to your heart level. How good that feels. Like your mind that is busy, bring it down to your heart. Just bring it down with your breath. Bring your mind down to your heart. And feel your heart widen. Right? Just feel it widen as it does that. Just wants to open up. And notice how when you do that, it does start to open up. And you'll start to feel energy like leave your back. So let me pull that energy off your neck and sweep it off your back. And just close your eyes and just let me pull that down and pull that down. And now see how you can breathe better. I'm going to clear your heart chakra. Keep your eyes closed, and I'm going to pull the energy up from your solar plexus. Just pull that up. And now I'm going to pull it up from deeper down, kind of between your solar plexus and your navel. The solar plexus is where your ribs meet. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to, from the navel, and just keep your eyes closed if you want to. Just let me pull that energy up from your navel, up from your navel. Good, 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 good. Pull it up through your heart and feel how, as I pull it up, it feels like the energy is starting to come out your back. Come out your back. Is that crazy? I know, and I'm not even here with you. But see, that's the way energy works. Is I can connect with your energy right here, and it literally is going to move you in this moment, in this right now moment. We're quantum. And because we're quantum, we can heal the past, we can bring it to the present, and we can bring the future to the present, and we can combine these selves. And if you're hearing this video, then you also have access to my Zoom, which was really amazing. In fact, I wasn't supposed to record it, just instinct. I kind of like halfway through thought, I'm recording this. So it might not make a lot of sense to you if you get to it later, but I do think you'll find it helpful if you listen to both. So if you're feeling this, you're gonna feel the energy spreading out your back and out I'm just pulling it out your rib cage and out, off your neck and out your arms and out your fingers and out your toes. Just bring that energy down. And my energy is welling up to meet you. And so your electrical body is starting to get ignited, and there's just maybe some of the angst of the day is leaving you, and you're starting to really sink into what's happening here. And there's joy. And it's just, that joy is right here. We forget. It's just right here for you. Isn't that wonderful? So, this moon wants to help you with your pain. It's a sentient being, just like the earth is a sentient being. The moon is a sentient being, and it's a feminine essence. And the great thing about it is the moon represents this unconscious energy. It's so powerful. It's so incredibly powerful. And if you can follow the coaxing of the gift that she has to offer. It's to say, I'm not my past, but I am my future. And the combination of all these selves, the past is not you anymore because your consciousness has arrived with shedding some of those pieces, or that intensity has left it. But the energy that got jammed up is still there, and we want it back. We want to recover that energy and make it into usable energy. And the reason why your present is your now is because it still has all that past in it. And your future has all your past and your present in it. So we're going to collide the residues of the memory body that, you know, it could have been like the past month and you lost a relative, right? And that residue is still in you. Or it could be that you died in a very tragic way and you died in shock and you weren't able to recover that part of yourself. Either way, it's the same feeling of pulling that energy body towards you. So let's pull it over from our left side. And just breathe. I'm going to add a little more battery here. And feel what that feels like. You know, the combined emotions of like a past life trauma and then also a tragic event in this life are related a lot of times. So it can be like heavy energy, it can be anxiety, but just feel that feeling of just pulling from your left. Just pull that energy with your breath. And then we're going to pull from our right. We're gonna pull that future self. And these are the parts of you that today you've integrated, and that future self is benefiting from what you're doing right now in this moment. So just bring that energy over. Just feel that light. Pull that energy over. Just pull it over. Pull it over. Just pull it over, and you can feel, it's your imagination, but you can feel that support coming over, just all the good qualities of everything you've worked for. Just pull it over, pull it over, pull it over, pull it over. And now let's bring it together. Bring the right and the left together. Bring the pain and the disconnect from the left, and bring the power from the right, and then just move your body. And just imagine that we're here right now together. And this is exactly what I would be doing with you in session. And see the blending of that energy coming and meeting in your center right here. And tell yourself you are ready for change. I am ready for change. I am ready for change. I am calling all of my selves back to me in this moment. I am calling all of my selves back to me in this moment. I am calling all of my selves back to me in this moment. And just breathe. Now the next wave that we're going to bring in is, I call all of my power, and just blend those energies. Just sit with me and rock. I call all my power back to me. I call all my power back to me. I call all of my power back to me. I call all of my power back to me. Say it out loud. I call all of my power back to me in this moment. I call all of my power back to me in this moment. I call all of my power back to me in this moment. And just let me work around your aura and work around your energy field. I call all of my power back to me in this moment. from my past to my present, from my future to my present, from my future to my past, from my past to my future. I call all of this energy, all that I am, I call to myself now, and breathe. Breathe again. Now the next level of healing that we're going to do for this moon is we're going to make peace. We're going to make peace with that past. And so we're going to say this mantra, this prayer, and just say, I invite the violet flame that is connecting me to all that is. It is the living spirit within me that is the intelligent love of the universe and connected to all of source energy. It is the liquid light that runs through my body. And I connect that flame in the top of my crown, and I let it come up from Mother Earth and explode out of me. And just feel that breath rise up through your body. And actually, we become the conduit between heaven and earth. So literally, we're going to bring the mother energy up to the Father, Father Sky, Father God. And then we're going to bring Father God down back to Mother Earth. And just begin this washing of the Spirit, washing of the light and love through our aura. And I'm just going to pray over you in this moment that we are going to absolve you of any of the fears, any of the scarcity consciousness, any of the poverty consciousness, any of your unconscious, unknown, negative energy that's been working against you, that keeps you disconnected from all of what you are. We are calling it forth, and we just ask the divine to remove anything that is not of your light in this moment. And I love this prayer. I protect myself in the white light of the divine, and anything that comes in contact with this white light is going to see God and be healed or be returned to the light. I protect myself in the white light of the divine, and anything that comes in contact with this white light will see intelligent energy of love and be healed or be returned to its source. So we've given it a chance to either go back to where it came from or be delivered to the light. Breathe in the energy of your protection, the ownership of your sovereign self. And notice how even just me saying that to you, I look different. I look clearer. And this is what's true for you too. And you don't have to believe me. You don't have to be fully on board. You just have to be willing to be healed. And that healing might happen in this moment with me. It might happen listening to the same recording on a walk later. It might be in the middle of the night where you wake up and you just go, oh my gosh, I am ready to leave my past behind. I'm ready to fully accept that I'm ready to be healed in all ways, and that I'm ready to really recognize that I'm moving in to this divine self that comes from all that is, the source of all love and consciousness and joy. This full moon is merging what we perceive as past, what we perceive as present, and what we perceive as future. And it's asking us to allow that work to have its way with us. That's it. It's that miraculous. I have to say that this is my favorite full moon so far. And we've been doing this work since, but we've been doing this work since October. And it's been leading us, the moon has been leading us to let go of these shadow selves, to dredge up that shadow self, and to begin to imagine future of all humanity depends on us realizing that we don't have to carry all that junk with us anymore. That we just have to accept that we can live in a third dimensional polarity that is polarized with our greatest fears and our greatest joys, or we can surrender ourselves to a healing love that is beyond anything we imagined, and we can let it do its work. So if you were to consciously begin to do the work to let go of the pain body, would you be willing to accept that you could try to psychoanalyze how to heal yourself? Or you could surrender it to a greater love, a perfect love, an intelligent universe, the spirit of Creator, the whatever word, whether you're religious or spiritual, that there's a larger essence that wants to carry us through these next phases of our life, if we can let go of our stubbornness that makes us feel like we have to do it all by ourselves. We're not capable of healing on all planes and dimensions, but we're coming into awarenesses that we exist on multiple planes and dimensions. And how wonderful is that? And there's a few ways that we get to experience the magnitude of what I'm inviting you into. And one is our breath. Do you know that when you're holding on to suffering, when you're holding on to pain, you're not breathing. You're not breathing fully. So let's do a little practice. And just breathe. And imagine that you're breathing from your toes to the top of your head. And then you're exhaling from the top of your head, like a waterfall light, out your fingers, out your toes. And just like the tide washes up on the shore, bring that energy up and just imagine, in whatever way you can, what would be the best feeling that you could feel to breathe in right now? Would it be that you felt incredibly loved? Breathe that in. Breathe in incredible love. And hold on to that. Even if you feel like you're making it up and you feel more anxiety even thinking about it, this is the human condition. We do this. Don't worry. Just imagine that you're breathing it up to the top of your head. And hold on to that energy and let it go. Take an in-between breath. Let's breathe it in. Let's breathe up. From the floor, like the tide coming up upon the shore. Breathe it up, well it up, well it up, well it up, well it up. Hold it. Let the energy build. Hold on to it. Feel it in your head, feel it in your heart, and let it go. I feel different. Again, really surrender being broken. Whatever your fractures are, just for a moment, you don't have to feel it. You don't have to know how, just say it. I surrender whatever is broken in me to the white light of the divine, to God consciousness, to Goddess consciousness, to Jesus, to Buddha nature. Doesn't matter. Use your words. Breathe that breath up, 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 up. Hold it. Let it well up. Hold it. Hold it. Gonna get tighter. Hold it. When you're ready, exhale that out. Notice the shift. So for your homework, I want you to connect with your breath. That's the connector of all yourselves. There's many curtains, files of who you are on all the existences that you have. And the one essence, the electrical cord that connects all of yourselves to you to make you feel one is your breath. And when you're not breathing, you feel like there's chaos or static electricity. There's a fuzziness. There's a weak link. When you breathe, you connect everything together. And when you continue to breathe, you pull all of the broken pieces, whether you know what they are or not, you bring them back together. And for me, there is no more important thing that we could work on than is to be present in the now, with all of ourselves being present with us, and accepting and allowing all those pieces to come together and just witness them. Without the need to change them necessarily, but with the knowledge that you can. That's one beautiful thing about quantum jumping, which means that there's many possibilities for every outcome of how we could have an ending or a beginning or a middle. And that where we tune our focus is the combination of a thought and a feeling that creates the outcome. But since time and, Einstein proved it to us through the law of relativity, time is relative. So what that means is there's no time. So we can draw from any period of time or any consciousness and bring that into our present state of feeling. So you have the thought, I want to heal. But the thought to want to heal isn't enough energetically to light the match or the spark that's going to spark that healing to occur. But the thought to heal and the feeling that you believe in your healing, that you're grateful for the healing as if it's already come, that chemistry sparks an electrical pulse that takes your mind to a miracle. So this full moon is everything I teach. So it's my favorite full moon. And I'm really, really glad you joined me here today. Stay with your breath. And try to lay down as much as you can, even if it's for a minute or two at a time, and rest. And when you rest, let all your feelings come up. Be honest with yourself. Don't hide from your feelings. Just let them express themselves. But what we're learning about today is that the belief and the surrender that you don't need to know how to heal, but you're willing to heal, is the alchemical magic that combines the thought and the feeling into its spark. And that spark is a spark of life. That spark is a spark of emotion that creates a knowingness that there, during this full moon period, it's starting in Aquarius, but it's moving into Leo. It wants to be in the light. This healing in you wants to be recognized. These past fragments want to come present. It doesn't mean that all your hurts are going to go away. It doesn't mean that you're not going to want to do a past life regression with me. What it means is that the ingredients and the desires, the awareness, the spiritual consciousness of how to do the work starts to come into your feeling centers in a way where you truly begin to allow your belief systems to have that inner direction, or I call interlocution. You get these instincts or these inspirations. What we're doing right now isn't to zero out anything that's ever happened to you, because we don't want to take the process away, but we do want to start it. And this full moon starts that. This full moon invites you to see everything different. And when you see something different than the way it used to look, if the way that it was looking wasn't serving your healing, then you make no progress. But if this inner shift makes that click inside of you, that makes you resolved to feel that spark, then this moon has served you. It served you to know, I have selves. I have selves. You have cells, but you have selves. And we want to bring them back into harmony. And it's that asking, that seeking mind, that willing mind, that brings the experiences and the people and the healers and the community, which I believe that Mystic and Monk is that community. And I believe that as we work and reveal and we have a place to share, that we're all going to heal. And it doesn't matter what level of our journey we're at. We're here to heal together. And when we heal ourselves just a little bit, we bring that consciousness like a thread of our divine tapestry of all that we are. We bring the threads that weave together humanity and all living beings and all sentient things, which means that soil and rocks and everything that has an energetic pulse, that has a atomic movement, starts to quiver with us in harmony. Welcome. Welcome to July's new moon in Cancer and July's full moon in Leo. Welcome. This July has been an unprecedented time for healing. Keep the faith. Spend some time in Wakeful Dreamers. Show up. Put yourself out there. We need you. Just try not to just be a lurker, you know. You might be feel like it's not your thing to comment, but I'll tell you, every time I get a comment, and you know how it feels because you've probably posted something on Facebook or Instagram, but when you put yourself out there, it feels good to get a comment. It feels good to get a like. Show up. Because when you show up, you're showing up for somebody who needs you. You're showing up for someone who showed up for us by sharing. If you find it funny, post it. You don't have to say anything, just post it. It's funny. Let's be together in this. Let's not be alone in our journey. Show me who you are. I want to know you deeper. Thanks for coming. I'll see you on the platform through my words. And get ready for David's, new moon. I keep saying new moon, but full moon meditation. The new moon sparked all this. So I guess I feel really grateful to the new moon. And I feel grateful for Leo to ask us to be seen. And I feel grateful to Leo's spotlight. I'm going to go out and go see the moon. I hope you get a chance to see this soon so that, you can enjoy it tonight with the full moon, or you can enjoy it tomorrow as the moon's still in her glory. Thank you.